This is the final push to get this thing to the winter 4x4 Jamboree. So normally on Sundays you'd be getting the old golden nugget video, but today that didn't happen because we had some prior obligations to get the FJ in the background finished.
We had a deadline.
Don't worry, we haven't forgot about the nugget, it's coming. So Robbie isn't quite ready, so it wouldn't have done us any good to hurry up and work on it just so it can wait anyways. We'll get back on it this next week and we'll get a bunch of stuff done on it and get it ready for Robbie. So stay patient with us, we'll get there.
Speaking of patience, you guys, there's a few comments that I have to address. They're like, gosh, like you're taking so long on this thing. How many of you people know somebody that can single-handedly build an entire vehicle from the ground up in like it's been a little over 2 months? And he's doing it by himself. Randall's helping him a little bit. It's gonna be about 3 months when this is like pretty much done. That's not too bad, really.
Be patient, we'll get them done.
He's trying, so.
Yeah, so this upcoming week, we're probably gonna squeeze 2 nugget videos in. We're gonna try to put a full week in on the nugget and get it up to Robbie and get him cranking on it. But until then, let's get on the FJ and get it done.
You told me that there was a 50-50 chance that tranny wouldn't work.
It didn't. Well, it did, and then it didn't. We got issues of some sort. I don't think there's physically time to pull it out, fix it, put it back in.
So is there a possibility of like the old Johnny truck or something, pull a tranny out of something different?
Oh, Johnny truck's a 4L80, so it's that's out. That ain't gonna work.
How about that brown truck at the boneyard?
The old brown truck. Yeah, that's a turbo 400.
Yeah, that might work.
Maybe we can do that. There's time to do that.
Right, physically time to pull it and do
There's
it?
time to pull it and do it. That's gonna take us 4 hours-ish to pull it and put a tranny back in it. And if it works, it works.
Well, we better get off our butt and go get it done.
Yeah, let's go get it. Good idea. I'd forgot all about that truck since we drug it out of our yard.
I know about square bodies.
All right. Well, let's go get it.
Sounds good to me. What are we about to embark on here?
We're gonna go find a turbo 400 transmission, but it's in a truck, so we gotta go get the whole truck and bring home. Probably should have done this first thing this morning because it is soupy, really muddy. We'll go see if we can get it, and we're gonna get us a little firewood while we're there, a little cottonwood.
Unhook this old girl and drag her in. There's a sweet load of wood we got.
It's heavy. Let's see what if we wasted our time here. Oh no, check that out. It's nice and red. There's rods hanging out of the block. So that tells me the tranny was probably working and the motor ain't no more, so good enough. This FJ needs to be in St. George at 7 o'clock Wednesday morning. We are currently pulling the tranny out of this old donor truck I bought. I know it works, and we're gonna go ahead and swap it out in that. All right, so transmission is out. There it is. We ain't got time to fix it, so we are putting a different one in it. I'm cleaning it up right now. Ryan's capping some little things under there. All right, we'll get this thing put back together and see if it works. New to us transmission going in. This is our shot at it right here. If this doesn't work, we're taking the Toyota. We gotta cut some ears off. Hey, that'll fit by the exhaust pipe now. So tranny is back in, cross members in. We got some link bars that have got to go in.
Drive shafts.
Torque converter bolts, and drive shafts, and then we put some oil in it. So we're gaining. That's the front wheels. That's the rear wheels in. Out. Front wheels back in. Cool, I think everything's working. Cool. It moves. It can at least drive into the booth. All right, we're finally going to put some nitrogen in these shocks and get this thing set to ride height. We'll put the bottom first. We'll start with like 90 pounds in the bottom. How much do you think it's going to take to lift this thing? The Toyota takes like 450 in the top to set it at ride height. So the question is, does this weigh more than the Toyota?
Awesome.
She goes.
Fronts are up. So this is definitely lighter than my Toyota. We only took 325
In the
to
front?
to lift the fronts, and my Toyota's 450. Okay, going up. Okay, that's pretty close. It actually appears like we just might make it to this winter 4x4 Jamboree. Will she be 100%? No.
But
Will
it'll
she be good enough? Yes.
Have we ever taken a derby car to an event that's been 100%?
You're probably right on that. I don't know if I've ever had anything that's 100%. What about the well, that car's pretty much 100%. Speaking of, you guys are gonna want to tune into our Oregon trip. It's pretty cool. You're gonna want to see it happen. All right, so UPS showed up and dropped off this box to us. This is a Premier Power Welder. You guys have asked me a ton of times what I had on my Toyota. This is it. So we're gonna unbox this thing, get it put on the FJ, and make it ready to weld. On at idle, off at idle. You know what that means?
What?
They don't want you flipping this control switch when you've got her throttled up. Perfect. There's the leads for it. Here's the heart.
That's the power of it.
It's the alternator. That's what makes the juice. All right, we'll get this thing put on. All right, we're putting the top on this thing, and then we can figure out where we're gonna fit it. We're out of room. Cool. We'll figure out the rest. I've been working on this welder.
I've been sleeping.
You've been in here just dreaming of driving this thing. Soon enough. I'll show you what I got going. There's virtually nowhere out here to put it. Yeah, we're out of room. So what we're doing is going in here. We're gonna put it right here. It's gonna go right there. I built me a plate out of cardboard that has the right holes in it. I'm gonna set it up there and drill some holes. Ryan is taking the battery out because our luck, I will drill a hole straight through the battery. So we're gonna have that out of there. We'll drill these and put them in and then start wiring it up.
Well, that's good.
Yep, now we just gotta plumb some wires and put things back together. What you videoing, you think?
That welder.
There's not much happening down there. Go out and video Ryan. He's the one doing all the work.
Okie dokie.
Yeah. Going.
Another long thing. And two other long things. Even more long things.
Ryan's getting the alternator off. I'm finishing up the wiring right now, and this thing should weld. We'll find out shortly. I got key power to put on here, and then the alternator wires, and we got this handled. So it's pretty simple. Process, we've been doing this for about 15 minutes once we finally decided where to mount it. So it just drops right back into the original mounting holes, bolts back up, something like that. So we got a little bit more plumbing. I got to hook an ignition key power wire up inside, and this thing's ready to make sparks. So this switch, you flip it up, goes up, we could weld. This turns the power on to that, 120 volts when you turn this on. There you go, you could have power. She's fixed. All right, so we got the welder completely installed now. We're gonna build the welding leads for it. We want these to be long enough that we can reach anywhere on the whole machine and weld on it. So we'll cut them out and stretch them out to the far corners so we know where we're reaching. These are the ends that Premier sent with it. They plug into the welder. So we'll go ahead and build our leads so those will plug in, and then we will stretch this thing out and see how long we need them. Then we'll fire it up and see if it actually welds something. This we need. Is the front corner farther than the back corner?
The back corner looks like it's further to me.
All right, shouldn't ever need to weld farther than that. Let's build some leads. Probably won't take the whole thing because we might need the ground and the positive to not be in the same place eventually, but for a ways I want it taped together so it's easier to put away, get put up in the box where it goes. So we're running out of time. It's Monday right now, and I gotta be in St. George at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree Wednesday morning at like 7:30. We haven't test driven it really at all. We got lots of stuff to get done. Okay, leads are built. Say we plug this thing in, see if it welds. All right, so I've welded with these before. I know kind of what I'm doing, so we're gonna turn it up to about 1800 RPMs. We'll flip it to weld and we'll idle it up. So Premier sent me a throttle. Out like that. We got something right today. All right, so I was welding with just some old farmer rod, 6011. That's what I take on the trail with me everywhere because you can weld dirt and rust and whatever you need to weld. So you can see right here, that was 1800 RPMs, penetrated. This is 3/16. You can see the hole pass down the back of it. So these welders are no joke, they'll do the job. We'll button this thing up and see what else we gotta do. All right, so it is that time. We're going on a test drive. First one ever. We'll go see if it makes it to the top of town and back. We got a few rattles, I don't know what are. Seems to be just fine.
Well, how did it run?
For the few feet I drove it is pretty good. I got a lot of little tiny stuff to finish on it, but pretty excited about being able to finally move this thing out of the shop. So we may seem stressed. We are, it's a lot of stress trying to get all this done. There's a lot of people that have given us parts that expect to see this thing at the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. So we've been working non-stop on it. We'll get this handled and out of our life and back onto some other cool projects that we can get done.
And hopefully nothing else major is wrong with
The
it.
tranny feels good. The old donor tranny out of the square body that Graydon come up with seems to be good, so we'll take it and test drive it Wednesday morning at the 4x4 Jamboree. Dar and Randall will be behind us in Dar's Jeep. They can tow us home when this breaks down. Yeah, nah, she's gonna be good. It seems everything works. I got all the dash wired up, everything's good. Welder works good, so we can fix stuff if we need to. We still got tons of work to get done in one day before we go to Winter 4x4 Jamboree. It's gonna be a long night and a long tomorrow, so this is the final push to get this thing to the Winter 4x4 Jamboree. So we've got a pile of stuff to get done today. It's all little tiny stuff that has to be done to get this thing to where it can run and drive for a weekend, or a week actually. But we're gonna knock it all out today and get it loaded on a trailer. So here we go. All right, we're getting down to the wire here. We are currently plumbing ARBs. Solenoids are in. I just gotta run these lines down. We're gonna put these little tabs that TMR sent me. Gonna weld them right to the top of this frame. zip tie this line up so it stays out of the way. I think my zip ties are long enough.
They look like they'll do.
Got a mount front brake line going across. We're whittling some stuff off the list. It's a good thing we've got approximately 1 day left to get this done.
Yeah, time's running short.
I think I want to drop down on this side and drop right into the brake line. Like that right there. I like that. Okay, we'll lift it up and finish it. There we go. One more and we got this thing done. There we go. Front one's done. Now we just got to plumb the back one. I don't know how I want this, but I know I don't want it right there. I'm coming down right there under here and plugging in right there. I'm going to come on the other side of that. We'll go lift it up, start zip tying the bottom. Okay, final connection on the ARB system. Right there. Now we should be able to turn the key on and lock those. We'll find out. Okay, spin that front tire. They going the same way?
No?
I don't have any air.
Now they are.
It's locked up. ARB is locked in with the rear end. Yep, it's locked in. Cool, we done something right. Get a flag holder too. Okay, I need to tighten one more of those up. Air line is built. Should be able to reach anywhere on the rig we need. So we had a fan send us this thing. Pretty cool little unit. We're aired up. We can do as we please now. Alright, so Sand Hollow requires a flag. This is what we got. I think we'll just weld a little tab right off of here and bolt this flag on right there. And it'll be just wonderful for Sand Hollow. My cute little tab is all built. It fits through here. Yep. Got a welder on there and we're flagged. I can't see why that won't work. It'll be beautiful. Alright, another thing checked off the list that we had to have. So these are like have-tos. These are if we have time. So some of them are done. I'll go ahead and cross off. Oil leaks fixed. The ARBs are wired. We haven't tightened the bolts. You did the bed bolt. Heater hoses are done. Okay, so we've crossed a few off. There's still a lot to do at this point. We'll get after it and start going. I think I'm gonna tackle the air cleaner. Here we go. Just like so. Like it was meant to fit there.
Just cut a hole in the hood, put it up like that, put the air cleaner on.
Oh yeah.
Turn it around the other way. So
Kind of like a hater pipe, but not. But it's a hater air cleaner. Now all we gotta do is calculate and get it right down.
it's
So
just
this barely
barely.
clears that stuff. We'll saw that off and then we gotta figure out how to adapt a filter onto it. It might fit. I'll have to go out and grab the other parts that go to it out in the Dodge. So this is an air cleaner for like a Dodge Cummins. I figured everybody's got one of those kicking around on the shelf, so that's why I went with that. And I had the parts for the back of it. But whatever we build is gonna get rebuilt as soon as that
this comes
intake
off.
goes on it. I'll be the first to admit I don't know a lot about this newer motor stuff. I didn't realize the whole runner length situation and all that. So I've quickly learned this is not the intake I want for what I'm doing. I got the fast truck one that has super long runners, which is gonna give me like 50 more foot-pounds of torque. I'm a pretty slow learner, but I'm learning. Right there, I think.
There's the whittle zone.
We'll go cut it off and then we'll know. Yeah, it's not pressured, so we probably won't even waste my time since it's not permanent. That may work, something like that right there. I can't see why that's not gonna just work. I'll go out and find that other piece out of the Dodge, see if we can adapt that into that. We're just playing this by ear. If this doesn't work, I'm gonna go steal a pair of Michelle's pantyhose and we'll just stretch over the end of it and call her good. We definitely have the right pieces if we can get them in the right order. Not me has struck again. Missing a snap-on screwdriver. Not me took it.
Not me took it.
See that?
That not me's a real son of a gun.
I don't know where we need that exact, well, that don't fit. What did that other filter smaller than this one?
Must be.
It is way smaller.
You might have to use it. Have to blow it out.
Well, cheese and rice cakes, man. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and use that donor filter.
Go get the pantyhose. That one might need a little cleaning.
Yeah, we'll clean it. It's hardly dirty at all.
Oh, it hasn't been too
It's
bad.
cleanish. Do I want to turn it like that and just put it on full length?
How much does it clear here? Your head.
I don't know. Let's see. Ooh. It seems to be clearing. Yeah, for now that's what it's gonna be. This is temporary. Don't judge me, people. This is to make it to a show. So I have another air cleaner that's an oblong one. We're gonna cut a hood scoop in it. We're gonna do it right, but not
Eventually.
today. All right.
That's why they call this fabrats. You're fabbing this up, right?
Well, we're doing something. I'm just trying to figure out
What exact
angle-wise.
angle?
Let's get this put on here. I think it's gonna be just wonderful. Let's fire it up and see just how wonderful it is.
See how it changed the suck noise, huh?
It should change that. Way quieter. Yeah, that quieted the IAC up a ton. Okay, well, check that one off the list. Let's do some more.
Oh, it's got a digital tag.
Yeah, it has, you can set that, and it has digital speedometer too in it. Got my front lights wired in with these. Oh, no, they're these ones, right?
Oh, they changed.
That's my park lights right there.
And then the headlights are brighter.
Yeah, the headlights are way brighter.
Oh yeah.
There's been some sleep deprived. I like my sleep, and I ain't been getting it for 2 full weeks now. But it'll be worth it when we're wheeling this thing. So Dar's going to the Winter 4x4 with us tomorrow, and his Jeep is setting a little low, so we're gonna air the Ories up on it, get ride height right. So he'll pull it in and we'll put those on. How much chrome you want? You get a tape measure and you say whoa, and I'll put the nitrogen to it until you like it.
No, I don't know if I can find it. Don't know if I can find a tape measure now.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta look hard.
Don't worry, I'll have them lost by next week.
What is that right now? 2 1/4 inches.
Pretty simple process that we're doing here. Hey, look at this brand new hood lever or louvers he's got in here.
Yeah, we need to peel the paper off of it.
Getting fancy, Dar.
Ours right up down. All right, so anyone that doesn't know what Ories are, is they're just a nitrogen-filled tube, basically. And we're about to turn them up, and it'll lift this thing up, give him a little more ride height.
If we stop right there, we'll be almost 4 inches.
Okay.
So,
It's about as hard as it is to adjust an Ori. They're pretty awesome. All right, so we're multitasking. I got Randall building frame plates. I'm running breather lines right here off the front end. It's gonna come around up here and then straight up through there, clear to the top. So we gotta get this thing pretty deep in water to get it in the front end. I'll get her routed up through there and then we'll have that much done. Thank you, sir. That hooks my breather system in. Now the rear breathers will be hooked up. That's one more piece. They have one vent. So this is the part JD brought me.
oh wow, did you see how that slipped right in there?
I'm gonna have to put some hose clamps
Yeah,
on that,
yeah.
I believe.
I got 2 little ones.
But that's gonna work perfect right there. Now on breather, transmission, rear end, everything's breathered up. One frame plate down. One more to go.
Old Scout followed you down.
Hi.
Give us a
I'm just doing a
smolder.
little Instagram post from all our awesome fans.
People are unreal, aren't they?
They're awesome. Go follow us on Instagram so you can see all the cool stuff that people send us.
All right. Frame plates, done. Check. So those 3 are chalked off. It looks like we need to fix the belt, tighten all the bolts, put a brake retainer spring on it, set the toe, zip tie the rear lights in, and the motor cross member. Let's go do the zip tie, that's easy. All right, so we're setting the toe on this thing so we don't wear out brand new tires. And we got these cool little brackets from TMR, so we can set them on and see exactly what we got going. And it's like I suspected, it's towed out, so we'll fix that. All right, there's 73 on both of them. We want it towed in to right there. It's about that easy.
What is right there? What did you tow it in?
I towed it in 1/8 of an inch.
Why do you do that?
Just makes it drive better. That's basically it. Won't wear my tires out. And put tires back on. All right, we set the toe. We zip tied the rear light. Wing windows can't happen. We tightened all the bolts. We have not fixed the belt. Rock sliders haven't happened yet. Haven't done the brake return. Motor cross member. Okay, looks like we're to the motor cross member. We'll go get that done. I gotta make an engine cross member that goes from this side to that side. It's got to fish down through here, come across and bend up. So we'll get some 1.5 DOM and get the bender out and start getting after it here. All right, that's gonna have to come down like so. Problem with this side is the front drive line hits it if you're not tucked right up tight. We'll go with that. See what that looks like. So it's gonna be less bend on this side because the drive line's there. Perfection. See anything wrong with that?
I think it's gonna clear it. From straight on right here, it looks like it's gonna do it.
Well, I just gotta grind a little off of this side right here so it sets flush where it needs to, and we're good. There's old Dar.
What are we doing, just checking welds?
Oh no, we're building still.
Oh.
We'll be building until we leave.
Grandma Lolly's here.
It drives.
Awesome.
How good or for how long is yet to be determined.
Yeah,
The test drive's been to the top of the road and back, so.
all you can do is give it. So.
Well, that'll get edited out, Grandma. You can't swear.
Oh, I'm sorry. give her heck.
There you go.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Give her
Just
heck.
say give it the onion.
Yeah, we're winning slowly but surely. I don't think he wants to jump in.
Come here. Load up. Load up. Let's go. Come on.
Where?
Let's go, Scott. Come on. Get up here. Come on. Come here. He's like, you're just crazy. He's like, yeah, man. Come here.
You got that dog trained up well. Look how I think he trained you.
Got you to jump right in the truck, didn't he?
Loaded right in.
Come on, Scout. Get up here. Let's go. Come on.
He's like, you're nuts. Get these things moved up so our hood doesn't blow up. Maybe we could take a test drive in it.
Take a real live test drive.
I mean,
You haven't dared go very fast.
I pulled it out of the yard and backed it around and pulled it back in. I haven't really done much in her, so we're getting there.
Did you get all the electrical in it?
You dang right I did.
Load up. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Ah,
Good boy.
Scout's learning all kinds of new stuff.
Bell.
He's a genius.
Load up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Good
2 in
boy.
a row.
Go down to about 8.
Think 8 pounds of brake stuff.
Not if I keep my foot out of the throttle, it won't.
Can you keep your foot out of the throttle?
Well, for the first little while I can.
Gotta be tender with it to start with.
Yeah, it's brand new. And then once the new wears off a little bit, you'll start hearing a little more RPM out of it. Put them right in the factory holes right there. That's how we're rolling. Okay, we'll put the other one on it and she'll be there. Not the ones I want, but they aren't here yet. So when they get here, I'll cut those off and we'll do the other ones. All right, so to most of you, this may look like screwing around. This is actual work. So I'm having a hard time getting the air out of my brake lines because my skid brake that I have in here is the highest point in the system besides the master cylinder. So I'm thinking if I put the back end up on this snowbank, it's gonna put it higher and we should get air to come out the back. Maybe. We're crossing our fingers because we're running out of time. All right, so we are currently running out of time. We're gonna go take this for a longer test drive and see if we can make this work. All right. We're gonna kick her into high range. That must have been ice right there. We're in high. So that's a first. Get some mud off the tires. Like NASCAR, you gotta swerve a little. Let's run it around town and see if it doesn't break down there. She vibrates a little. My window does. Oh, the brakes seem to be alright. Need a return spring, they're pretty slow. And that stupid IAC howls all the time. I need to adjust that. Tranny feels pretty good. We got 60 pounds oil pressure, 180 on the temp, 14.5 volts. She seems to be fairly happy. Alright, we're just making it to Mount Carmel, so we've been almost 10 miles. Just still running. It's a little swirly with the hydraulic steering on the highway. We're gonna go to Dar's shop, see if he'll come and weigh this thing for us. Temp looks good, volts look good, fuel says we still have some.
We're here to get weighed.
Get weighed?
Yeah.
It didn't break down when we made it this far.
Made it this far, huh?
We're ready to go jeeping, I think.
Did you get brakes?
Ish.
Did that help?
Yeah.
It helped.
Yeah, they're better.
I'll just run down my pickup.
Okay.
Since you ain't got a seat for me.
No, there's no
There's no third person. It's got that much mud on the scale. So now pull it on and we'll see what. It's a couple 100 pounds lighter than my Jeep.
Is it?
See, there's 580, well, after you got off, 580 pounds of mud on the scale, so
Okay.
it's about 4,900.
That's without a cage in it yet.
Yeah,
But it's pretty much complete.
yeah, other than the cage.
Cool. Alright. We got that. It's pretty cool. Put some more mud in the shop floor. Yeah, I'm happy with brakes. That
Tightened them up, didn't it?
It did, it helped them. So, this is a big deal. She's legal-ish. Legal-ish. That's the right plate for this and everything. It's just some of the stuff. It's good. What am I talking about? It's good. I'm gonna drill some holes in the bumper. We're gonna mount those on. And then later on, tomorrow, we'll pick this up off the ground somewhere and we'll put it in the back window probably when it falls off. This is the only real good spot we could figure out to put this. Alright, we'll custom bend that. Perfect. Now it won't get ripped off, it'll be good. She's done. Only thing we got left to do is load it on a trailer and go wheel it for 4 or 5 days straight. See what breaks. So, thanks for watching.